Have you ever looked down at your legs and thought, how much longer can they carry me? They've been with you since the beginning, through childhood games, first jobs, family road trips, and evening walks after dinner. They've carried the weight of your life, step by step. But after 60, something quiet begins to change. It's not dramatic, and you might not even notice it first. One day, it just feels a little harder to get up from that chair. But here's the thing, you're not stuck. There are real steps you can take, starting today, to help your legs stay strong and keep you moving forward. Welcome to today's video. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or if you care for someone who is, this is something you'll want to hear. Because here's the truth. Losing muscle as we get older is not just common, it is expected. But that does not mean it is your fate. It does not mean you are stuck with it. There is a name for this process. It is called sarcopenia, and it is one of the main reasons older adults start to feel weaker, lose their balance, or even need help with daily tasks. But here's the good news. Science is catching up. New studies, including research from Harvard, are showing us that muscle loss can be slowed and in many cases even reversed. And the best part? You do not need expensive treatments or a gym membership. You just need the right foods in your kitchen. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really thought about your muscles? Not how they look, but how they work. How they help you get out of bed, carry groceries, or simply take a walk outside. The truth is, as we get older, we can lose up to 1/3 of our muscle mass. And the scary part? It often happens so slowly, you might not notice until one day you struggle to rise from a chair, or a simple trip causes a painful fall. Sarcopenia, the name for age-related muscle loss, affects millions. But here is what most people do not realize. It is not something you just have to accept. You can take control, and it starts with what you eat. Let's kick things off with something you might already have in your fridge. Greek yogurt. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, isn't that just a trendy snack? Stick with me. Greek yogurt is more than just creamy and convenient. It is one of the most powerful, easy-to-add sources of protein for older adults. You see, as we age, our muscles do not absorb protein the way they used to. That means you need not just more protein, but better protein. Greek yogurt delivers. One serving, about 6 ounces, packs in 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein. And the kind of protein it offers, casein, is slow digesting. That means it feeds your muscles steadily over several hours. This is especially helpful if you eat it at night. Think about it. Your body goes without food for 6, 7, or even 8 hours while you sleep. Greek yogurt keeps working during that fast, helping to protect your muscles from breakdown. Mary, 72, started adding a small bowl of Greek yogurt with a few berries and walnuts to her nighttime routine. Within weeks, she said she noticed less stiffness in the morning and more strength in her legs. Her doctor even noticed a change in her energy levels. But the benefits do not stop there. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium, which supports bone health, and vitamin D, which helps with muscle function. And the probiotics? They support gut health, which we now know is closely tied to how well we absorb nutrients. So here is what I recommend. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Skip the flavored ones loaded with sugar. If you need a little sweetness, add a drizzle of honey or a few fresh berries. Try it 3 or 4 times a week, especially in the evening. Think of it as a gentle, creamy way to nourish your muscles while you sleep. It is simple, it is powerful, and it is delicious. Start there. Another tip, pair it with fiber. Add chia seeds or sliced almonds. That way, you're not just getting protein, but also something that helps with digestion and fullness. It's a smart snack before bed or even mid-afternoon. Aging well is not just about big changes. It is about small, consistent choices. A spoonful here, a habit there, and over time, it builds strength. One bowl of yogurt might not seem like much, but done regularly, it can support a stronger, steadier version of you. Let's talk about fish. Not just any fish, but fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These are not only good for your heart, they're your muscles' best friend after 60. Why? These fish are loaded with something called omega-3 fatty acids. You might have heard of them as good fats, and they are. But what they really do is help reduce inflammation inside your body. Now here's the thing. As we age, low-level inflammation becomes more common. It does not always show up as pain, but it quietly wears down your muscles, making it harder for them to recover and stay strong. Omega-3s help cool that fire. Salmon, for example, gives you not just protein, more than 20 grams in a 4-ounce piece, but also EPA and DHA, which are two types of omega-3s that directly support muscle health. And it is not just about the nutrients. It is about how your body responds. These healthy fats help your muscles respond better to the protein you eat, so you get more benefit from every bite. Let me tell you about John. He is 68 and used to wake up with stiff joints and low energy. He started eating salmon twice a week. Nothing fancy, just baked with lemon and olive oil. Within a month, he felt steadier on his feet and had more energy during his walks. If you're not a big fish eater, no worries. Canned sardines on toast, tuna in a salad, or even a hearty fish soup count. And if you really cannot do fish, a high-quality fish oil supplement is an option. But Whole Foods is always the best place to start. Try aiming for 2 servings a week. Choose wild-caught if possible. Your muscles, your joints, and your brain will thank you. It is simple, it is effective, and it is tasty. Plus, fatty fish is a great source of vitamin D, which many older adults are low in. Vitamin D is crucial for muscle contraction and balance. Without it, your risk of falling increases. Cooking does not have to be complicated. A quick broil, a squeeze of lemon, a sprinkle of herbs. Done. Start simple, build the habit. It could be the easiest health upgrade you make this year. Let's talk about one of the simplest, most affordable sources of strength out there. Eggs. Yes, eggs. You probably already have them in your fridge. But do you know just how good they are for your muscles? Each egg has about 6 grams of high-quality protein. And here is something many people do not realize. Half of that protein is in the yolk. That same yolk also contains vitamin D, healthy fats, choline, and something called leucine. Leucine is a powerful amino acid that helps trigger muscle growth, especially in older adults. Carol, 65, used to skip breakfast or just grab a muffin. Now she starts her day with 2 scrambled eggs and a piece of toast. She says her legs feel stronger, and she does not get tired as easily when climbing stairs. Eggs are also incredibly versatile. Boiled for a snack, scrambled for breakfast, mixed into a salad for lunch. They are quick, easy, and satisfying. You can even make a veggie-packed omelet for dinner. And let's clear up a common myth. Many people still worry about cholesterol in eggs. But current research shows that for most folks, eating 1 or 2 eggs a day does not raise heart disease risk. Eggs can improve your cholesterol profile by raising good cholesterol. What makes eggs so special is how complete they are. They contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. And since they're easy to digest, your body can actually use those nutrients right away. So the next time you open the fridge, skip the sugary cereal or processed snacks. Reach for eggs instead. Eat them whole. Do not throw away the yolk. That is where the good stuff lives. Try adding 1 or 2 eggs to your daily routine. It is a small habit that can lead to big changes in strength, energy, and confidence. And remember, quality matters. If possible, choose pasture-raised or organic eggs. They tend to have better nutrient profiles and more omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation. Building strong muscles after 60 does not always mean lifting weights or going to a gym. Sometimes it starts with what is on your breakfast plate. Let's talk about something small that packs a big punch. Nuts and seeds. These tiny foods are often overlooked, but they are filled with nutrients that support muscle strength, joint health, and overall energy. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and more. Each type brings something valuable to the table. For example, almonds are rich in magnesium, which helps muscles contract properly and prevents cramps. Walnuts contain plant-based omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation. Pumpkin seeds are full of zinc, a mineral that supports hormone balance, including testosterone, which plays a role in maintaining muscle even as we age. Harold, who is 70 years old and still plays guitar every morning, keeps a jar of mixed nuts by his side. He says they help his fingers stay steady and his mind sharp. And here is another benefit. Nuts and seeds contain vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps protect your muscles from damage. As we get older, oxidative stress becomes more common. This is a kind of slow wear and tear on your cells. Antioxidants act like a shield, slowing that process down. Now, they might not be as high in protein as eggs or fish, but they make up for it with healthy fats, fiber, and key minerals that your muscles need to function well. A small handful is all you need. 1 to 2 ounces a day. That is about the size of your palm. And because they are calorie-dense, you do not need a lot to get the benefit. Eat them on their own as a snack. Toss them in a yogurt or oatmeal. Mix them into a salad for a satisfying crunch. Just choose unsalted versions if you're watching your blood pressure. The bottom line? Do not let their size fool you. These little foods carry a lot of power. Make them part of your daily routine, and your muscles will thank you. And the best part? They are shelf-stable, affordable, and easy to take on the go. Whether you're headed to the park, the doctor, or just relaxing at home, a small bag of mixed nuts is a smart companion. Sometimes it is not the big changes that make the difference. It is the little ones done daily with intention. Now let's talk about something humble but powerful. Beans and legumes. They may not look flashy, but foods like lentils, black beans, chickpeas, and kidney beans are packed with plant-based protein and fiber. 1 cup of cooked beans gives you around 15 grams of protein. That is a big deal when you're trying to maintain or rebuild muscle after 60. But there is more. Beans are full of something called resistant starch. It acts like food for the good bacteria in your gut. And when your gut is healthy, you absorb nutrients better, fight off inflammation, and stay energized longer. Maria, who is 74, started making a 3-bean salad once a week. She adds red onion, olive oil, a splash of vinegar, and a little parsley. Now she eats it for lunch 3 times a week, and she says she feels stronger and less tired than she did a year ago. Beans are also rich in iron, magnesium, and potassium. Iron helps your blood carry oxygen, which muscles need to work properly. Magnesium keeps muscle contractions smooth, and potassium balances fluids and supports blood pressure. And here's the best part. Beans are affordable, easy to find, and incredibly versatile. You can toss them into soups, stews, salads, or serve them with rice or quinoa for a full protein combo. Worried they might upset your stomach? No problem. Start small. Choose canned beans, rinse them well, or soak dry beans overnight. Your body adjusts with time. Try adding beans to your meals at least 3 to 4 times a week. They fill you up, fuel your strength, and support your heart, too. It is not about fancy diets. It is about simple foods that work. Beans might be basic, but they help you build something strong. Starting right now. And if you're on a budget, they are one of the most cost-effective protein sources you can buy. A $1 bag of lentils can feed you for days. That is nutrition and savings working together. Muscle strength, heart health, and gut support. All in one bowl. That is the power of beans. Let's turn our attention to something that probably sat on your plate as a kid while you try to push it around with a fork. Leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collards, arugula. These are not just rabbit food. They are actually some of the most powerful muscle-supporting vegetables you can eat, especially after 60. Why? Greens are loaded with vitamins and minerals that help your muscles function at their best. They have calcium, potassium, and magnesium, all of which help your muscles contract and relax properly. That means less cramping, more control, and better strength. But the real magic comes from natural compounds called nitrates. Your body turns these nitrates into nitric oxide, which improves blood flow. Better circulation means more oxygen gets to your muscles, and that helps them recover, repair, and stay active. Frank is 80 and still spends hours tending his garden. His secret? He starts every morning with a green smoothie. A handful of spinach, a banana, a scoop of protein, and almond milk. He swears it helps keep his legs strong and his knees moving freely. And there's one more thing most folks do not talk about. Leafy greens are rich in vitamin K. This vitamin helps regulate calcium in your body, keeping your bones strong and helping muscles communicate with your nerves more efficiently. You do not need to eat a mountain of salad. Just aim for 2 cups a day. You can saute them with garlic, blend them into a smoothie, or toss them in a soup. Even pre-washed greens in a bag make it simple to get started. Add leafy greens to at least 1 meal a day. It is a small step that builds a solid foundation for strength, balance, and healthy aging. Greens may be humble, but they are fierce when it comes to keeping you on your feet and full of life. And if taste is a concern, mix them with something you enjoy. Try sautéing kale with olive oil and a pinch of garlic, or adding arugula to scrambled eggs. With just a few adjustments, you will barely notice them, but your body certainly will. Now let's talk about something simple, smooth, and golden. Olive oil. You probably already have a bottle sitting on your kitchen counter or tucked away in a cabinet. But do you know just how powerful this everyday oil can be, especially for your muscles? Extra virgin olive oil is more than just a cooking fat. It contains a natural compound called oleocanthal. The name might sound fancy, but its job is pretty clear. It works like a natural anti-inflammatory. Think of it as a gentle version of ibuprofen. It helps calm the quiet inflammation that builds up in your body over time. That inflammation might not feel like much at first, but it slowly chips away at your muscle strength, joint comfort, and energy. Olive oil helps stop that process in its tracks. Margaret, 76, swapped out her vegetable oil for olive oil in everything from her roasted veggies to her salad dressings. After just a few months, she noticed her hands didn't ache as much while gardening, and she felt steadier when walking down the steps. But that is not all. Olive oil also helps your body use protein more efficiently. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein. This oil helps bridge that gap. And those healthy, monounsaturated fats, they support hormone production, including testosterone and growth hormone. These are both key players in keeping your muscles active and responsive. Try using 2 to 3 tablespoons per day. Drizzle it on steamed greens. Use it as a dip for whole grain bread, or mix it into soups. Just be sure to store it in a dark bottle and away from heat, so the nutrients stay intact. Make olive oil your go-to fat. It is more than tasty. It is a smart step towards stronger muscles and healthier aging. Sometimes the quietest ingredients have the loudest benefits. If you're new to olive oil, start small. Try adding a spoonful to your next batch of beans or lightly brushing it over baked fish. These little swaps add up over time. Olive oil might not seem like a game changer, but used daily, it absolutely can be. Let's sweeten things up a bit. Let's talk about berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. These little fruits are not just tasty. They are powerful when it comes to protecting your muscles and supporting healthy aging. What makes berries so special is their high antioxidant content. These antioxidants help fight something called oxidative stress. It is a fancy term for what happens when unstable molecules, called free radicals, start damaging your cells over time. That includes your muscle cells. The older we get, the more oxidative stress we tend to accumulate. And that stress wears down our recovery, energy, and even strength. Berries help stop that. Ben, who is 69, used to feel sore for days after a long walk. Then he started adding a handful of frozen blueberries to his morning oatmeal. After a few weeks, he said his body bounced back faster. He felt more energized. His legs felt less heavy. Berries are also rich in vitamin C, which your body needs to make collagen. That matters because collagen supports your joints and the connective tissues that hold your muscles together. And here's the great part. You do not need a ton. Just 1 cup a day can do the trick. And you do not have to buy them fresh. Frozen berries work just as well. They are often more affordable and last longer. You can toss them into a smoothie, mix them with yogurt, or just enjoy them by the handful. They are naturally sweet, require no prep, and make it easy to snack smart. Try adding a cup of mixed berries to your day. It is a small change that brings big protection. Berries may look like a treat, but inside, they're doing serious work to keep your muscles strong and your body moving. And here's something else. Berries help lower inflammation, another factor that breaks down muscle over time. That means you're getting a 1-2 punch of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory support. If you're looking for something easy, delicious, and powerful, berries are it. Now let's talk about something that has been a dinner table staple for generations. Lean beef. You might have heard mixed things about red meat over the years. But the truth is, when it is lean and eaten in moderation, beef can be one of the best muscle-building foods for older adults. A single 4-ounce serving of lean beef gives you around 25 grams of high-quality protein. And this protein is complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and maintain muscle. But what really makes beef stand out is a special amino acid called leucine. Leucine helps kickstart the muscle-building process, which becomes more difficult as we age. That is why older adults need not just more protein, but smarter protein. Beef checks that box. George is 67 and recently started eating lean beef twice a week, often as part of stir-fry or grilled with vegetables. Combined with a few resistance exercises, he noticed his legs felt more stable and climbing stairs became easier. Beef also gives you creatine, which helps your muscles store energy. This is especially helpful for daily tasks that require bursts of strength, like getting up from a chair or carrying groceries. Plus, it is rich in iron and zinc, which support energy and immunity, and B vitamins, which help your body turn food into fuel. To get the most benefit, go for lean cuts like sirloin or tenderloin. Grass-fed beef is even better because it contains more anti-inflammatory fats. Add lean beef to your meals 2 or 3 times a week. It is not about eating more. It is about choosing quality sources that support your strength. Lean beef is more than comfort food. It is a reliable, nutrient-rich way to stay strong, steady, and independent. And remember, how you cook it matters. Skip the deep fry. Go for grilling, baking, or stir-frying with olive oil. Pair it with greens or beans, and you have a meal that covers all the bases for muscle health. Smart choices add up, 1 plate at a time. Now let's talk about one of the most effective and convenient ways to rebuild muscle after 60. Whey protein. You might think protein powders are just for bodybuilders or athletes. But here is the truth. Whey protein can be a game changer for older adults who want to stay strong, mobile, and independent. Whey protein is special because it digests quickly. That means it delivers amino acids to your muscles fast, right when they need them most. And it contains a high amount of leucine, the amino acid that signals your muscles to grow and repair. Susan, 71, started mixing a scoop of whey protein into her morning smoothie after a daily walk. Within a few weeks, she noticed she felt more balanced, less tired, and even more confident during her yoga classes. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein. This is called anabolic resistance. Whey helps break through that barrier, making every gram of protein count more. It also contains compounds that improve blood flow and support your immune system. And here is another plus. Whey helps your body produce glutathione, a master antioxidant that protects your muscle cells from damage. This is a big deal because oxidative stress increases with age and weakens recovery. You do not need a complicated recipe. Just mix a scoop of whey protein with water, milk, or a plant-based alternative. Add berries or leafy greens if you want a nutrition boost. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of whey protein a day. Many people find it easiest to take it after light exercise or as a midday snack. Add whey protein to your daily routine. It is simple, effective, and backed by science. Your muscles may not grow overnight, but with the right fuel, they can stay strong, responsive, and ready for whatever the day brings. And remember, consistency is what counts. Taking whey protein just once will not change much, but making it part of your regular habits can give your muscles the steady support they need. It is not just about adding years to your life. It is about adding strength to those years. Let's pause for just a moment and think about your body, especially your legs. They have carried you through so much in life. Childhood games, long work days, family vacations, and those quiet evening walks. They were there when you danced at weddings and when you held your grandchild for the first time. But now, they are asking for something in return. Not much, just a little more care, a little more attention. Muscle loss is not just about age. It is about how we treat our bodies every day. With the right habits, we can slow that loss. In some cases, we can even reverse it. These foods we have talked about today are more than just items on a shopping list. They are tools. They are your opportunity to move better, feel stronger, and live on your own terms. You have more power than you think, and it starts with what you put on your plate. These 10 foods are not just groceries. They are building blocks for strength, energy, and independence. You do not need to change everything at once. Start small. Maybe it is a bowl of Greek yogurt before bed. Maybe it is swapping in leafy greens with lunch. Maybe it is cooking salmon once a week. Every single step counts. Think of your meals not just as food, but as fuel. Fuel for walking with confidence, standing tall, and living life on your terms. Your body may be aging, but you're not powerless. You have choices. You have tools. And with consistency, you can feel stronger, steadier, and more in control of your day-to-day life. It is never too late to start making changes that truly matter. The next chapter of your strength story begins today. Now it is your turn. Which of these 10 foods will you try first? Tell us in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If this video gave you something useful, give it a like and hit subscribe. And share it with a friend or family member who could use a little strength and support right now. Strong muscles build strong lives. Let's keep building one step, one meal at a time.